haven't done a video lately is in the yard really. It's now sort of getting dry enough for us to get out and start doing it really. Last sort of 2 weeks I've just been de-stoning and the land's now been sprayed with Omax and Imex, so I'm now just running the 26 through where the spreader and the sprayer have been, pulling out the wheelings and just cultivating this, that makes it white, that knows that's got which in effect you're scrabbing, so you're using more tyre wear, burning more diesel because you're having to rev the tips out of it. So I'm just going for a bit of a bigger horsepower tractors just to try and save the diesel and tyre wear and make them more efficient. Using more basically. My dealer made a good deal for my boss, and she couldn't really say no to it really. So yeah, these tractors in that hole. Like this tractor, that's only done just under 1900 hours. So some people they'll think, oh my god, you get rid of a tractor that's only done 1900 hours, what would that cost? Well, the deal that's been done is a lot better basically. We keep the Challenger for another 12 months. That's done 4,000 hours now. So we've extended the warranty on that for another 12 months. I think we're going to have a go with one of the new fins that have just come out. Just have a go with that, but I don't think we'll buy one because it's just too expensive. Unless in a year or two's time when the price drops on them and people aren't so wrapped up on it, should I say. They'll try and push them out more. Anyway guys, I'll crack on and I'll get a bit of footage of that. Anyway, if you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe and check out all the other videos. And basically from now until after harvest, I'll try and get as much footage as I can from what I'm doing. Anyway, like and subscribe guys. See you later. Right, welcome back. I've been held up most of the day and on the phone and whatever, so I ain't really had a chance to get the camera going, but just it's now 5 to 5 in the evening and we're getting on nicely. Done all over the other side there and I'm just filling in on these little bits here. So basically just got to go up to where that last wheel is there. Done all this side. So I've done a fair bit there this afternoon. So excuse me. But yeah, I've just found out my new tractor's going to be here next Thursday. So just under a week. So we could get it here, and then Friday they're going to come out and swap all the GPS wiring looms and that into the new one, so I can get it all plumbed up on the GPS. I'm a bit of an idiot really. I took the GPS out of this about a week ago because obviously they sold it, so I wanted to get it out of here, so if they wanted to come and get it, it was all ready to go. I didn't have to take anything out of it. So I took the GPS out, so I've spent all day steering. But I don't do no harm every now and again, have a day steering. Keeps your eye in a little bit. But yeah, it's going extremely well. It's breaking it up lovely. So lift it up, diff lock comes out, 4-wheel drive stays in because I got it in on permanent now. I nearly got stuck on the headland earlier, so I just thought fuck it, I'll leave it in. Self lined up. Alright, so drop it down, bang, in it comes. Some of you say, oh, why do you need diff lock for such a small cultivator and this and that, but it's better to have your diff lock in on rough ground. because you're not scrabbing the whole time, because as soon as one wheel scrabs, especially when you're steering, if you have your diff lock in, that stops the wheel spin. So say that wheel span more than that one, that would drag it that way, so you spend the whole day fighting the tractor. But if you have your diff lock in, they keep spinning at the same time, so you haven't got none of that fighting against each other. And it's such a nice, like, I can near enough let go of the steering wheel and that will just keep going straight, but I'm just sort of keeping the edge of the mudguard in line with the heat from last pass, and it works out well because I've got the mirrors lined up. Don't know whether you can see it on the camera or not, but got the mirrors lined up so I can see where they're dropping, so it works well. Great little combination. Yeah, travelling along at 9k, that's pretty fast enough. So I did try to go a bit faster, but you get a really heavy air and you spend the whole time bum 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 across the rough ground, so it's just not worth it. You might as well just stay in a nice comfortable gear that suits all types of land and just go with the flow. But gonna push on a little bit tonight, gonna get this bit done, and then probably head over to another bit which is over at Thurston and start ripping that up as well. Friday night, and I ain't got nothing planned, so a couple of my mates are busy, so stuff that I'm starting to get a bit more done, you know. There goes my stepdad, look, he's now coming along the road, look. How about that? So yeah, I'm just going to push on a little bit in here tonight. And I'll get a bit more footage in a little while, guys. Afternoon. Now the day after, I got that field I was filming on last night, got that done and started on another one last night, and went till 11:45 last night and got most of another field done, finished that off this morning, and now just started this one in here. It's the field, if you recall back to one of the videos of spraying wheat, I was on here spraying the wheat on here, so that's now going as spuds. So this has already been cultivated once that way. Andrew done it with a cat, and I'm now going across his work just to try and break up just that little bit more. So basically I'm now doing the last cultivation work, so after this the field will be ridged. For you that don't know about ridges and potatoes in general, ridges is what we call beds. So I'll be putting the bed, so basically into a ridge like that, so the de-stoners can go down there and pick that dirt up and sieve out all the stones out of it. But basically I'm just doing this just to break that last little bit of crumb up. He cultivated it about 3 or 4 days ago, so it's had time to dry out a bit on the top, so I'm just breaking them clods up on the top, really working it about 6 inches deep, just get that last little bit off the top. So it's going well, making a nice job. So I had a confirmation about my new tractor as well. That's going to be here next Thursday. So I'll get a little video of that as well when that turns up. I'll get a little video of this one next to the new one, because they're going to come out and bring the new one out Thursday, then come out Friday morning and swap all this wire and Loomis here into the new one. So I've got my guidance in the tractor, so that'll work well. Like I say, I'm just having to steer, but there's no hardship in that. Basically just run the edge of my wheel on where I've just been. It's a warm old day outside today. It's 13 degrees, but it feels warmer than that. Hence why I'm in a t-shirt. I've got the aircon on 19 degrees, so it's quite nice. I'm just plodding along. What else would you want to be doing on Saturday? Lovely. Got this field to do, then there's another 2 fields to go over, so I've got a fair bit to do still, so be enough to keep me going today and tomorrow. And then Monday I've got to do some bed cultivating, so I'll hook all that up Sunday night before I go home, so coming Monday morning just get out and crack on with it. Try and get ahead of the stoners a bit, so it'll work well. Like I said to you before, I've got my diff lock in just to stop the wheel spinning, so it's going well. A small village called Pakenham, the church in the background there. Basically that beep is because I'm in top gear, so I've got my start gear set as 2D, and then I won't let me go any in. Basically, for you not too familiar with Massey's, so a Dyna 6, you've got 4 ranges with 6 gears in each range. So you got 1A up to 1F, and then 2A, 2F, 3A, 3F, 4A, 4F. So because I'm in the second range, in tortoise, it won't let me go in any gear higher than 2F unless I press a little button which is on the back of the joystick and push the stick forward, then that will change range. But if you go any quicker with this cultivator, really, I don't really like it, especially with how deep I've got it working, to be fair, so it's better just staying at a nice steady speed, which is because if you hit a rough area, I can't cope with it and it just snaps shear bolts. So yet again, if you ain't sure on shear bolts, basically it's a bolt which is designed to shear, hence the name, shear bolt. But yeah, basically that goes in the leg, so if that hits something hard, the bolt will snap instead of snapping the leg. So then you just put a new bolt in and then it works again. So I don't know if you can see it, but just past the top length I've got 5 bolts sitting there shining all nice in the sunshine. So that's my spare bolts basically, so if I have a shear bolt go, I can just put a new bolt in and carry on without having to go back to the yard or anything. So yeah, keep me occupied for a couple more hours. Time I get this fill done, it'll probably be about 5 o'clock. That'll probably do me for today, to be fair. So, and then this will lay out over the weekend, and then Andrew will come and ridge it up on Monday. So what I've brought up from the underneath, it's got time to dry out over the weekend. So, and then basically the drier the dirt is, the easier it is for the de-stoners, because obviously the dirt will fall through the machine, which is obviously what you want, because we plant our spuds at about 6 inches deep, but we de-stone 12 inches worth of dirt, so you've got room, so the spuds have got room for their roots to drop into the dirt, And also when you come to harvest it, we harvest normally, I think it's about 10, 12 inches, so you pick up all that, and that's quicker for the harvester as well, because the harvester driver hasn't got to slow down to try and get more dirt out or get the stones out and everything like that. So it just speeds up the whole job in one, really. So, but yeah, this is me. I'll be here for a couple more hours, and I'll probably get a bit of footage tomorrow for you guys, but for now I'm just going to sit here and put a bit of music on and chill out. Anyway, remember, as I always say, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Afternoon, it's now Sunday. I got that other bit done yesterday, now just started on here. So Andrew's already been on here with the cat, with the performer, but he's done it the other way, so I'm going across his work. So get this bit done, and then hook on the spud bed cultivator, which I don't think I've done a video on yet. Basically it's a bit of kit that goes on the front of the tractor. It's got a load of tines in it and a packer to crush clod, basically. Excuse me. And then on the back I have a single bed ridger. Ridge it all back up again. It basically just breaks down some of the clod, really, in the heavy areas. It's a cheaper way of doing it compared to bed tilling. So we'll just run that through a heavy area on one of the fields for a heavy pit. Just try and reduce the clods a little bit for the de-stoners, help them along a bit. So this is a field that we rent off another farmer. That was ploughed before Christmas and left to weather over the winter, and then Andrew come through with a performer about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'm now just running through here with this just to break up that little last bit, and then he'll come straight in here with the ridger and just ridge in straight behind me. Behind this, rather, shall I say. That's making a nice job on here, to be fair. It's breaking out of a peach. But yeah, it's all good. Anyway, so I want to talk to you a bit about, I think I've touched base a bit before about young people in farming and stuff like that. So it's my first video I think I done for you, was talking about young people in farming and how I think that a lot of people don't give young people the opportunity to start out in farming now, really. I mean, I was kind of lucky in respects of I knew the farm manager at the dairy farm through, basically he's one of my mum and my stepdad's mates. So I'd known Nick for a little while and got chatting to him about getting into farming and stuff like that, and then he gave me the opportunity. And then when the farm packed up, obviously I was then out of a job, so went to Elverden and learned the arable side of farming there, and then come here. So, but for all of you youngsters who watch these videos, I mean, I don't know if we have many young people watch it. If you're young and you want to get into farming or whatever, just drop a comment on the video underneath, or you can add me and message me on Facebook. So my name's Drew, Droopy Sergeant, or anyone really. If you like the videos and whatever, just give us a friend request on Facebook and I'll add you. Same as Instagram. Instagram's FarmerBoyDrew94. So just give us a follow on there and I'll follow you back. But so getting back to what I was saying, don't expect to, if you do get given the opportunity to start the work on a farm, don't think that you're just going to go on the farm and straight away you're going to go out ploughing or go out doing this or doing whatever. You got to be willing to show that you got to show that you're willing to do the crap jobs, basically. So sweeping the grain store and cleaning out a grain bin and just general stuff around it, tidying the yard up and pressure washing off a combine and stuff like that. They're all the little boys' jobs. And then you're slowly, if you show your employer you're willing to do that and stick with it, then they'll stick by you and give you the opportunity to prove yourself on kit like this. I mean, whatever way you look at it, it's 140 grand's worth of tractor, so they ain't gonna just want someone to jump on it and take it down the road and possibly fuck it up, basically, because there's a lot of money tied up in the machine. Same, yes, this is an old cultivator, but still 5 grand cultivator. So whichever way you look at it, this whole tractor is 150 grand really, unit. So they put a lot of trust in the operators. I mean, if you get work on a dairy farm or whatever, 9 times out of 10 the kit on that shagged out, but you come to some of the big estates and stuff like that, they have some really nice kit, and particularly my boss, he prides himself in having nice kit. Yes, this is an old cultivator, but it still does the job. Come on, girl, pull in. It still does the job. So it's the amount you'd spend for a new cultivator. So you're probably looking 10 grand for a cultivator, or like we done the other year, we put brand new legs and brand new points on this, and it was about £1 grand. So whatever way you look at it, yes, the framework's old, but new legs and new points, same as the de-stoners really. We had that demo scan stone last year, we had a demo Grimmy, and we were meant to have a Stan and Pearson, but they never turned up, so I don't know what happened there. But anyway, for a new de-stoner you're looking the best part of 50 grand. We got one fairly new one, we got one which is a 2012 model, and to be fair, our 2000 and our 2002 model, they absolutely rent it, because it's a longer machine, it gets on better. But just going back to stuff like that, but so the older de-stoners, last year we spent 5 grand on a piece doing them up, so putting new stars, new webs, tyres, everything. So basically it's a brand new machine that costs 5 grand, whereas you go out and you spend 50 grand. So the only thing that's new is the framework, but the framework on them ones, there's nothing wrong with them. They're strong as an ox, as an old saying there for you. But yeah, so it was pointless spending an extra 90 grand, because we would have replaced 2, when we could have spent 10 grand and them machines will be good for another 5 years. So it's false economy really.